Monday morning. Boy, we making it look easy. It's a damn shame how we making this look very easy. It's easy. This is easy. Oh yeah. It's easy. It's easy for me. I love God, I love me, and I love my life. I remember back in the late '80s, the '90s, when desktops was first introduced to the home. Desktop. It was apparently that nobody knew what a desktop was. They didn't. They really didn't. Desktop. This was way before cell phones. Now they had phones in the car, but man, you had to be a pimp if you created that vibe. You had to be a pimp, because that's a high vibration atmosphere. You have to resonate with high dollars. But the early '90s, late '80s, I know this because I was slaving for an electronic company. You know, I guess that was step one in learning to hustle. Man, these people was hustling, man. They was hustling. Here come the desktop. No one knew what a desktop was. No one knew what to do with a desktop. Desktop was basically for office. For it was keep your schedule, your timing, you keep up with and basically it was all the thing you could do with it was just keep your schedules, keep up with your dates, plan your dates, plan your vacations. It was great for a company, big business. And then it was about the time when you was transferring all your paperwork over to digital. That's basically all you could do with it. A marketing genius, whoever created, you had to have it in your home. People, man, it was like candy, sugar cane, flowers. And I was at the right spot, the right time, during them days. Electronics, man, that was the best job I ever had, because that's my environment. But once it got introduced to the home, man, they were, boy, and the company, man, they were selling so many. They were selling them, man. They were the average cost you paying for a setup was about 10 grand. Just think about that, 10 grand for the package. Man, and you talk about in-house financing. They was there on site. I mean, it created such an atmosphere that, we had these special sales, man. They had the finance guys was there on site. No joke. That's how many they were selling. I mean, we were receiving at least 3 trucks a week. I'm talking about full. They were full. Talk about an impact. And man, I mean, I never seen anything like that. I mean, it got so good that I could have started a business of just basically setting them up, setting them up in homes, because I did a lot of that, and that's when I learned that. I'm trying to figure why are these people buying? Why are they buying this in the home? I mean, the internet didn't even exist then. It didn't. I mean, it was a $10,000 Rolodex people had in their home, and they couldn't figure out, they didn't know what to do with it. So when you go to a home and you see a computer, it's just sitting there. It was just a $10,000 paperweight just sitting there, taking up space. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't understand. But the marketers, they understand well. 10 grand a pop. And I'm telling you, man, and I was the delivery guy all over Mississippi and Alabama. Boy, I'm telling you. I mean, oof. And man, I've never seen anything like it since. But the vibe just started coming and coming and coming and coming. I mean, man, that was the biggest business I ever seen. When the desktop was introduced to the home, and all the accessories that came with it. I mean, just think the accessories, and that's how Bill Gates got rich. That's, he was creating the platform, but no internet. Talk about cornering the market. Bill Gates got so big, man. When them, and it was necessary. He seen it. He was watching the same thing I was watching. All the desktop, they need some accessories. Man. But everybody that was in that business, man, got filthy rich. Even the unknown soldiers, because I'm serious, man. It was at least 2 to 3 truckloads of computers coming in every week, and as soon as they come in, man, I was taking them out all over Mississippi and all over Alabama. That's how big it was. But then the thing was, the people, they didn't know what to do with them. They didn't have a clue. Now, I remember I used to date a female up in Indianapolis, and that's what she did. She was a computer programmer. I mean, and she could explain it to you better. I mean, but and all she did was just taking all the paperwork, transferring it over, making it digital to the companies that they needed to transfer them over to. That was her whole job, man. Transferring information over from paper to digital. That's the beginning. But I mean, everybody was winning, man. I don't know how many computers I set up because they didn't know. And if you don't know how to set it up, you no internet. What was you gonna do with them? Like I said, the only thing you could do with them just it was a Rolodex. A Rolodex is when it's a planner. You plan your day, you plan your schedule, you plan your hours, you make that's all you could do with it. Just imagine, 10 grand a pop. That's just the computer alone. We're not talking about Bill Gates put his hand in it with the accessories. Microsoft, man, they got so big, they had to, they hollered, oh, we need to create a monopoly. He got the market. Even if you tried to come in, they broke. That man made so much money. I mean, they had to break him up. They had to break it up. Basically like the oil companies, Shell, Standard Oil. They had to break it up. Too big for your thoughts. But and that's and I realize how naive people really are. They just see the greatest and biggest next thing. They want it, regardless. They can't, you can't, 10 grand, and it was finance. They financed 10 grand, and with finance charges, they don't tell you how much it was after that. The desktop, a sensation. And I witnessed that, man. I witnessed it. Everybody had a hand in it and made money. A lot of people got filthy rich. Because it was the accessories, it was an ongoing thing, You had floppy disk, and then they created all these other discs. Now you got drives, and you got man. And then they created a way for them. You had to buy them every 2 to 3 years because the power. 250 megahertz, 300 megahertz, 400 megahertz. And that and in the human mind, I'm just trying to figure out how, the capacitation of man. If you got a good marketer, they market the hell out of this thing. Out of the, it just and these thoughts just keep coming because I was right in the middle of it. I'm watching it. Now you got the whole world want to sell them because they see a sensation. They want it. The whole world want it. They want a piece of it. They want a piece of the pie. They want the action. But they didn't understand it. They couldn't drive it. But they seen it, but they didn't know how to use it. They didn't. Man, the confusion of it though. Why would you Why would you go out and buy a $10,000 paperweight that you didn't have no idea of how it operated, how it worked? 10 grand, and that just and they was in just about every. They was in a lot of homes, man. They were in a lot of homes, and the boss man, he created these sales, these sensational sales where you had to have high in-house financing sitting right there on the spot. I mean, and you see the smile on the people's faces, the joy. But I'm just wondering, how long did that smile last after? You have to imagine the disappointment, the misery you have to deal with after a couple of days after it resonate that, why I got this? I done paid 10 grand for this, and what is it good for? If you didn't have a business, what else could you do with it? But I mean, it just, and that's the mindset you have to have. When you create new sensations, when you do certain things, which brings me to, if you, and this is the thing, you can, if you got a GT 350, Shelby Ford Mustang, a GT 500 with the bells and whistles. I mean, what could you do with that? You don't know how to drive it. You can have the greatest, the latest, best car in the world, but if you can't drive it, what you gonna do with it? A jet, you can't drive it. What you gonna do with it? It's gonna sit there. What you gonna do with it? Now you got to spend more money. You got to go hire somebody, to do it for you. All because it's the latest and the greatest. Yeah. That's when your eyes get bigger than your tummy. When you figure out what it is, man, it don't seem that yummy, do it? Damn. Look at that. Lord have mercy. But yeah. And that's and you know where I'm about to go at with this, people want to drive want my driver's seat so bad I gave it to them. They wanted the real. Oh man, I got to have that. Give it to them. They can't drive it. Be careful what you ask for. Now you got something you can't figure out. Oh, what I'm gonna do with this here? He got 250. I can't do that. How he do that? How he do that? Oh boy. Be careful what you ask for. God gave me the skill, gave me the knowledge, gave me the will, and a lot of people didn't see what, the things that I had to go through to be able to drive this vehicle. You don't have the knowledge, you don't have the common sense to realize what I had to go through to drive this vehicle. But I want that. you can't get it. If you want to get it, what you gonna do with it? Kill somebody? Kill yourself? That's all you gonna be able to do. 'Cause you can't. I mean, and a lot of people come to realize that these big dogs. Oh man, yeah. It look easy. If you know what you're doing, you can make it look easy. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, yeah. A lot of them came. But people don't understand, man. A lot of people had the chance with this ball and couldn't handle it. They didn't realize what I had to go through. They didn't see the dog side of things on, the preparation that I had to do to get to this point to be able to drive it. And that's just driving. I'm not talking about the skill part, manipulating, moving, changing, invisible, doing such and such thing that will boggle your mind. You don't even, but I just want that. you don't know what to do with it. And this is how God works. Once you get the ball, the universe see you fumbling with it. You don't know what to do with it. They gonna take it back. They gonna take it back. Give it right back to me. Why do clowns show up when I'm trying to deliver my message? It just breaks my conversation. It just breaks my and my mind would just go on 1,000 miles a minute. It had the order. Then here comes some clown with all this damn music. Oh, have mercy. This is, oh, what? Everybody want to be a star. Everybody wants to be a star, but they don't want to work for it. So, now you stuck. Instead of, you'll be a star. A star at a spot where you don't want to be. That was most of them. Like I said, they think that's easy. It just, it's crazy. This is crazy. Oh boy. But anyway, but the main the message is, just because you see, you don't know what somebody went through in order to be good at what they do. I don't, if I see somebody doing something real good, hey, you good. You are damn good. I don't go and try to figure out where I'm gonna take that. Yeah, and you don't even know what it is. You don't know what it is you trying to take. You just got in your mind, I'm gonna take that. What the hell? It's crazy. And since then, back there in the early '80s, in the early '90s, in the late '80s, I had the same piece. I mean, only thing man, that's the next sensation. I got to have one, but they didn't know what to do with it. So you done paid $10,000 for a paperweight, a piece of furniture just gonna sit there. You don't know how to utilize it. You don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to use it. 10 grand. That's what on our end. That's what we got. I ain't talking about the accessories. That's it's just like a Xbox. The Xbox is that's the accessory. The real deal is the game. That's what you're gonna pay for. But somebody figured it out. That's what Microsoft figured it out. Now the desktop became accessories, and Bill Gates became the monster that he is now. He figured out how to overcome. Oh, that's just a tool, and he made it where this tool ain't worth nothing unless I'm running it. I'm the driver of this seat. You see where I'm going, don't you? Bill Gates knew how to drive his car. He knew how to drive his company. He knew what it take. He made it look easy. He made it so easy that they that's a monopoly. We got to break that up. But yeah. I mean, when you're good at what you do, you're just good. I mean, but clowns, they want to figure out how to take it. And and I'm quite sure he had to come up against India, Korea, Japan, China, Europe. That's what he had to come up against. And you don't think I don't have to do that? Man. But these clowns, hey, I salute you, man, because whenever God see you fumbling, see you, only thing you see is 350. But you don't know what it took for me to get to 350. You can want all you want, but I had to go through hell to get 350. That was preparation that you couldn't imagine. You ain't gonna take them steps. That's why the universe took it back and now, you done made me stronger. Whether you realize it or not. My accessibility, man, is oh. I don't want to get in that realm where Microsoft at, man. But but it just the accessibility that the mindset of the people. They want it, but they don't know what to do with it. You can't drive it. You don't have that mindset. So you keep wondering and wiggling and wobbling and trying to figure out what to do. Or it is what it is. But anyway, it's Monday, and that's my story. And no, you may become a star, but I don't, at this point in the game, it ain't no game. On the start, I don't think you really want to go there. Because they done took this baby to another place, man, that, and especially if you have low vibrational, you can forget about it. You got low vibrational. It ain't, they tried. You can try till the moon come on. It ain't gonna work. Everybody want to be a star. But I'm gonna give it over to Google. Because me and YouTube, we shouldn't have cut it off. Y'all have a blessed day.